Let's continue. And first, welcome to the ring, the undefeated Ishmael, the Black Panther Davis.
So much for the rah-rah, pump-you-up type of music. Ishmael Davis coming in with a little Bob Marley behind him. And he is a late replacement, Barry. What kind of mentality do you want someone like this to have as they make their way to the ring?
There's no pressure on him because he's coming late replacement. He's relatively inexperienced compared to his opponent. So he can go out there. It almost gives you freedom to express yourself. No one's expecting massive things of him. He'll put expectation on himself, of course, but everyone else, there's no pressure on him. Everyone's expecting Josh Kelly, as we are, to put on a performance and win. So he can go out there and do his best.
Dedicated himself to boxing while serving a prison sentence as a teenager and at 29 years old. This is by far his biggest opportunity ever. Darren, what's the key to beating Josh Kelly for Ish?
I think the way he actually fights is very unorthodox, switching all the time. He unsettles his opponents. He's got, I'd say, relatively heavy hands, quite quick hands. I mean, look, not as fast as Josh Kelly's hands, but I think he needs to sort of vary everything up, be as unorthodox as he can, move side to side, just become a moving target. But the man, as Barry said, has pressure lifted from his shoulders, and that allows you to box freely.
Interesting, you know, he's come into the redemption song and he's redeemed himself in terms of what he's done with his life. You spoke there, Todd, about his time in prison, and as he was leaving prison, he said this week, the warder said to him, "I'll see you back in here, mate," which is a story that Bernard Hopkins tells as well. And he, listening and heeding that kind of taunt as he left the prison gates, has absolutely galvanized him into changing his life and now his career.
And now let's welcome to the ring, Josh Pretty Boy Kelly.
This is that is now upon us is but the passing of the dream, the bitterness of men, the other way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictate the sky, and the power they took from the people will return to the people.
Well, if you like the flash and the flair, a little bit of Roy Jones Jr., a little Prince Nassim Hamed rolled up into a package out of Sunderland, here it is. Josh Kelly, he's always a fun watch, but after that devastating stoppage, he's come back, got on the winning track, and right now, this opportunity tonight could propel him to that big fight that he so desperately wants.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously not the same opponent that was expected. Liam Smith, obviously a bigger name. There's no disrespect to Ishmael Davis, but a bigger name. But this challenge in itself would pave a way for this man here to move on to the titles, the sort of title shots that he feels he deserves. Bundles and bundles of talent, Barry.
Hey, pretty young thing. That's
I love it.
That's
my favorites.
He's not young, but he is pretty. What have you seen different from Josh Kelly since that devastating knockout to David Avanese?
I think the obvious thing, he's moved up in weight. I think that was a massive issue for him. Now he's moved up in weight, there's a bit more space, to train, he can be more comfortable, and the engine better for him. And also his fight management, because the way he beat Troy Williamson was that he boxed and did what he did well, the movement, the constant change of direction, but then he held his feet, not long enough to get caught with heavy shots, just to get a bit more purchase on his punches. And I think that's been the difference. He knows now he's more mature, but the Rio Olympics were a long time ago, so he has to make that move now to world class, and it starts here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 12 rounds in the middleweight division. Brought to you by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority, GIA. With Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing. Sponsored by Visit Saudi, Solomon Al Habib Hospital, Saudi Airlines, Red Sea Global, Doria, and Middle Beast, in partnership with Gold Star Promotions and Sella, in association with Wasserman Boxing. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge Charles Giles, timekeeper Mark Shannon. Our 3 judges assigned will be Mark Bates of England, Victor Laughlin of Scotland, and Kevin Parker of England. Our referee in charge will be Kieran McCann of England. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with gray and weighed in officially at 159.3 pounds. Coming to us from Leeds, Yorkshire, England, he brings an undefeated record with 13 wins. 6 of his 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ishmael, the Black Panther Davis. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing white with red and weighed in officially at 159.1 pounds. Hailing from Sunderland, England, he was a 2016 Olympian and now has a professional record consisting of 15 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 draw, with 8 of his 15 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former British and Commonwealth champion and current WBO International champion, Josh Pretty Boy Kelly.
Right, boys. You both had your instructions in the dressing room. You know what I expect, all right? Keep the fight clean. Obey my commands. Most importantly, gentlemen, protect yourself at all times, all right? Shake hands.
Can Ishmael Davis come in on short notice and hand the Pretty Boy a second defeat? We've already seen 1 upset tonight. Could we get another here?
Seconds out.
Fight 2 of our 6-fight card live from Wembley, London, England. Kelly with that massive Olympic tattoo on his left rib cage. Something he's very proud of, his performance at the Olympics.
Blistering hand speed, he really does carry razor sharp hands. Look for him to look for the counters, that right hand whenever Ishmael Davis misses with a jab. At the back, you see the back of Davis where we're sat is absolutely huge.
You use your back muscles when you throw a punch?
All the power's in the back of your body, right down from your legs to your shoulders. All those stomach muscles look great, but it's mainly cosmetic. I mean, they can help take punches, but it don't give you power for shots. Not that I know anything about power, of course, but I read it in a book. Good work from Kelly. Just that little acceleration of pace that he can have.
Started low, got the hands of Davis to drop down, and now he's trying to befuddle him again as the Black Panther gives him a little smile.
It was a good left hook, wasn't it? No telling that shot there from Kelly. Just jumped into it.
That was a lovely combination from Kelly there. He threw the left hook, the arms went wide of Davis, and he just slotted the uppercut through the middle. Beautiful shot.
Mike, we've seen in past fights when it's going well for Josh Kelly, it goes really well, but when it's not going so good like it did against Avanesian, it can spiral out of control pretty quickly.
But Adam Booth in the corner was saying this week that he was ready for Avanesian as a fighter. He wasn't ready for him as a man. Adam in the past has also described him as a warrior who becomes a warrior. He's had issues in terms of his mindset, and they've employed a mindset coach ahead of this, a guy called Stephen Green, an ex-soldier who served in Afghanistan, suffered from PTSD, and has taken that on and has rehabilitated himself and is now trying to do the same with others. And Josh Kelly has been working with him, and Adam says it's absolutely changed him and his whole focus to his sport.
So important for Davis to try and put in early doubt, self-doubt into Josh Kelly.
I tell you what, Davis is doing quite well here. Even though Kelly's winning the round, he's landing all the punches. Davis is making him move a lot, making him work hard. Now, Kelly likes to move, but throwing when you want to and when you have to are two different things. And just at the minute, I think maybe Josh just throwing when he has to, not when he wants to.
Well, Davis isn't throwing much of anything. Maybe that's why. Let his hand go and he got caught by Kelly. There's a little success with the left hand from Davis.
But Todd, he will know he can't beat Kelly to the punch. So when you make him work hard, if he starts slowing down, then it's your time to strike.
He's trying, I got it. He's trying to creep distance, right? He now realizes that southpaw ain't working. He's going to realize.
This land is calling.
Seconds out. Round 2.
Josh Kelly in the build-up for this event was scheduled to face Liam Smith, who's a pressure fighter, but just to keep Josh switched on in camp, his trainer said we brought in all different styles to keep him stimulated, so inadvertently, we were preparing for someone like Ishmael Davis.
Yeah, diligent in their preparations, leave no stone unturned. That could be very important this evening. Just like to see, and that's early, but Ishmael just forced the pace a little bit more than he is with his hands. Good work, that's his better, but look at the blister in hand speed.
A right hand from Davis, but Kelly answered with 2 or 3 punches of his own.
Davis talking to him there as Kelly retreated. That was good though from Davis, because he timed that left hook and just threw his right hand over the top. He had to take the shot, but he landed with a good shot also. Kelly just trying to set some traps here, isn't he, for Davis, trying to lure him in, overreach, and then he can counter in with those fast combinations.
Yeah, just need to bring his, that's better from Davis, just bring that left foot across, just try and cut the ring off, just follow in Kelly around the ring.
Barry, you wouldn't recommend young fighters getting in the gym to try and emulate Josh Kelly's style, would you? He's squared up, he's non-fundamental, you don't know what he's doing with his hands.
No, some of the things he does is fantastic, and I would copy some of that, but yeah, because he has good so fast reflexes, he wants to invite you to punch, because he thinks once you let your hands go, he can get there before you retract your shot.
It's a really, really nice straight right to the body there from Davis. I think the straight shot, the jab, the right hand to the body, a good early ploy for Davis. He likes to lean back, Kelly, but the body stays exactly where it is.
Just see that little movement of the body though from Kelly, just stopped Davis from throwing shots. So he only moved it ever so slightly, just made Davis clam up just a little bit.
Right hand from Davis. That style where you rely so much on your instincts and your fast twitch muscles like Josh Kelly, it works for a while, but once you start getting 32, 33, 34 years old, you got to switch things up.
But it depends on the fight you're in. So, you know, I mean, you want to make a guy work hard, but if he's dictating the pace from the outside, then he can theoretically do it all night. You have to, like I said, you have to force him to punch when he doesn't want to. That messes with your breathing and regulates your breathing. That tires you out. You start pushing your punches rather than letting them flow.
Just waiting too long here, Kelly. Well, they both are. But for Kelly, I think he needs to jab or feint. Try and get that lead hand out of Davis. He's the natural counter-puncher out of the two, I feel, and he's just waiting too long.
I think he's boxing well here, Kelly.
After lacing up the boxing gloves over the past 12 months, Francis Ngannou returns to the cage as one of the biggest names in MMA, makes his PFL debut in the organization's new Super Fights division, facing 6'8" Renan Ferreira, who last year became the PFL heavyweight champion on DAZN and worldwide from Riyadh.
Okay. Nice and relaxed.
Do I need to edge in a bit?
Yeah, just a touch. Just a touch, but keep the head in the target. Once you've landed, you've got to move your head.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's good movement from Josh Kelly, but I'd like to see him be a bit more proactive, trying to draw the lead out of Davis. And Davis, I think there was a few good shots that he landed straight to the body. I'd like to see some more of that.
Seconds out. Round 3.
Round 3 scheduled for 12.
I think this is the sort of fight that Kelly expected and is quite comfortable at the minute. I think Davis walking him down and pressurise him is the right idea. Just as you said, Dad, he's got to quicken his feet up a little bit, make that pressure a little bit more intense. With that, you might have to block shots with your arms and maybe take a few in the early rounds. But at the minute, I think the distance here for Kelly's fine. And he's able to pot shot and just a little fast combination here and there is enough, in my view, for him to steal those first 2 rounds.
And those first 2 rounds Davis fought mainly in the southpaw stance, and now trying it orthodox, although as I say that, he switches almost immediately.
New generation, hey Mike? They ruin us, don't they?
He's trying to look for the left hook at the southpaw stance, Davis.
I think he's trying to take the jab away, isn't he, from Kelly by going southpaw, but taking that foot on the outside. Good work though from Kelly, lovely.
Go!
10 of the 13 pro fights Ishmael Davis has been in have been staged in Leeds. So I'm sure he'll be happy to see Josh Warrington fight a little later on. But right now, he's still trying to figure out the pretty boy.
See, I think this sort of fight, Kelly, unless he gets caught with a big shot, Kelly, he can box like this all day long. This is how he fights. I know this from being a reactive fighter myself. You're happy to be moving. Moving your legs doesn't tire you out. It's a natural instinct. And let someone put that undauntable pressure on you or hit you with a heavy shot. So for me, just for Davis, quicken those feet, as you said, that, and make the pressure a little more intense.
Yeah, he's got to be sharper. For Kelly, though, yes, he can win the fight like this, but I don't think this performance, and I know it's very early, we're only in the 3rd round, he needs to show us more than this.
You want to get the crowd excited, right? You want to get a new fan base. You got people all over the world watching you for the first time. He's got the skills, it seems, to really push the gas pedal to the floor if he wants to, Josh Kelly.
You also don't want to get knocked out. Yeah. But you're right, though, that balance.
It is a combination of the 2, you're right.
Good shot there from Davis.
Yeah, wins can certainly unlock opportunities, but so can performances. And
nice body work there from Kelly.
Just want to see him just sharpen up, just quicken up with the combinations. Ishmael Davis, he'll be fairly happy with this start, I think.
Okay, breathing. Concentrate and don't be diving in. Okay. Don't give him a chance. Listen, when you're on the inside, get yourself an angle and double and treble it short. Yeah. Show him how strong you are on the inside. Physically, how strong you are. All right? Listen.
He's tiring out, though.
The Gypsy King Tyson Fury with his best bud, Frank Warren. What are the odds, Mike, in your opinion, that we see AJ win, we see Fury beat Usyk, and then we see those 2 men square off right here?
Yeah, there's a huge chance of that happening, I think, if Joshua wins tonight, and of course if Fury wins in December. But you know what? They are so huge in this country that even if they both lose, depending on how they lose, that would still be a monster fight.
Speaking of monster fights, Joshua Buatsi has one tonight, and boy, is he fired up, Barry. You were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really good fight for him. I think it's the right fight for him because this is a guy who's got under his skin, and we need to see that fire in the belly of Joshua Buatsi. He's shown us everything but that, and if he can show us that, then he might be the world champion that we thought he could become after that Olympic bronze medal.
Hey, Trevor, going inside. No, boys.
Now Kelly sitting down on his punches a little bit.
Yeah, Davis has come alive as well. Letting his hands go.
Boy, but Davis, like you said, he's a menacing-looking man. You don't want to stand in front of him too long. 6 knockouts in his 13 wins. Josh Kelly never has fought at Wembley Stadium, but he did fight at Wembley Arena right across the street, and that's where he suffered his only loss, the TKO to David Avanesian back in February of 2021.
Good shot right hand there from Davis, wasn't it?
That was a good shot. The corner and Davis have both sensed that.
Good responsive on Kelly there, jab and a double left hook. It was a triple.
Good to see Sonny Edwards in the corner of Ishmael Davis. He fights a lot more like Josh Kelly, though, than he does Ish Davis. He should switch corners.
Which makes him an asset in the corner.
True enough.
Because he'll know what he won't like. Such fast hands.
Yeah. But when you're that fast, Barry, it's probably easy to pick up a lot of bad habits, isn't it? You just...
It is, but I think predominantly he's sound. I think he squares up a little bit, but he does that to lure you on quite often. He is side on, and the speed. Because he punches from the hip, it's very hard to read.
Yeah.
No, boys.
Don't pause when you get there, Rick. Go straight into it.
Sharp.
It's just sharpen up at the feet. Davis, get quicker to his left.
Darren, did you ever have to fight someone with a similar style to Josh Kelly back in your day?
I mean, more so in the amateurs.
Yeah.
And yeah, you nullify the movement by using your own feet really well, closing the gap.
Who was the toughest mover that you had to fight as a pro?
Bro, Sergio Martinez, without a shadow of a doubt. And
never heard of him.
What's he ever done? Hey, that shot seemed to clip Kelly a little bit. That might have been one of those punches that Davis is landing.
Good jab, yeah.
He needs to follow up on that now. You're going to have success few and far between in the early rounds against Kelly, so if you land, go again.
Good jab.
I'll drop that left hand to the body. If you're at the southpaw stance, having more success from that stance with the jab, then drop the straight left to the body. It's kind of remarkable when you think Ishmael Davis has never had an amateur fight.
Look at Davis trying to catch Kelly, but Kelly is now up against the ropes. He was showboating a little bit, maybe too much. And still going at it.
Turn.
You let him sneak free jab on you, yeah?
Take your breath.
Do you guys hear something in the back? I feel like I hear a train horn. Is Willie Hutchinson in the building? The Hutch train? I think he is. We're going to see him in a minute.
Kelly here just showing lovely hand speed there. Even though Davis came at him and landed a couple of shots, I still felt, for me, Kelly had the better of that exchange. You got caught with a good shot, responded the right way, and then accelerated and paced in his work. That was for me, I thought, not a great round to watch, but another good round for Josh Kelly.
Yeah, come alive at the end there.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Well, it's dire straits. And no, I'm not talking about the fight.
Seconds out.
The singer.
Round 5.
Money for nothing.
Chicks for free. But I was told that the Hutch train is in the building here at Wembley. We'll get a look at him here in a few minutes as he takes on Joshua Buatsi. That's going to be a fun fight. Hutchinson promising that he'll knock Buatsi out. Not a lot of people believe that hype, though, do they, Barry?
He goes in an underdog, but I think what he did against Craig Richards, I think that's a really coming out party. I thought so. He's shown he has the ability to unsettle the odds, to defy the odds, and I think he's a really live underdog in this fight. Lovely from Kelly there. Again, no real tell, is there? with that left hook.
Yeah, I thought you would have thrown the shot more, Kelly. Feint and throw the long left hook. You can see the position of the right hand of Ishmael Davis. He likes to parry the jab as well, so come around with the left hook.
But Davis has been boxing in the southpaw stance for most parts, so throwing that lead left hook on its own just gives him that, opens him up for that straight left.
You know, Davis is starting to land a little more regularly against Kelly.
Well, when you're up against a mover, I feel, and you're a pressure fighter, I think you have to play the long game, Mike. You have to try and wear him out, tie him down.
I do remember watching Kelly, though, against Ray Robinson on the undercard of Anthony Joshua against Andy Ruiz, Madison Square Garden 2019. And it ended in a draw, but there were periods in that fight when Kelly was absolutely in control and then let it go. And that's a trait he needs to get rid of.
But back then, though, he used to throw too many punches, didn't he? Without thought, I think, and I think that tied it, emptied his tank.
In the corner of Davis, trying to rally their man on. Anytime he gets close to Kelly and he's not moving, let the hands go.
Yeah, I really think he's got to get more aggressive with his movement. Make Kelly move a lot faster than he probably wants to.
It's important for Davis not to get frustrated. That's the thing. If you get frustrated, you tense up and you pull your punches and you start to tire yourself and become readable.
Kelly liked that left hook.
You just got to believe that Kelly is going to slow down. So keep pressurizing him. Try and win the round if you can. Just, you've got to think he's going to tire. He's going to slow down at some point. He's got to start moving those legs. Then I'll have that opportunity that I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think a bit more aggression. I think it's too comfortable, like you pointed out, Barry, for Kelly. Just more intense. Just close that gap. You might walk onto a couple, but keep your hands high, but make him work.
And there he is, Willie Hutchinson. He has talked the talk all week, Barry. Do you expect him to walk the walk?
I think so. I think, he would have grown from confidence from his last fight. So I think, he's a man with he was never short of self-belief anyway, and he was a fantastic amateur. So he'll believe in his ability. This is his biggest fight to date. But aren't we all looking for the biggest fighters? You always want that biggest test. And if you can't be inspired with what we see tonight, then what are you in the sport for?
And look, he's proved that he rises to the occasion. Many, and I have to say, including myself, have Craig Richards winning that fight on the 5v5. But he ripped up the script and showed the bigger the occasion, the better he will perform.
And you're entitled to believe he'll have grown from that performance.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure many people believe him when he says this, but he says he thinks Spider Richards is better than Joshua Buatsi. None of you guys said anything, so I'll leave it with that.
But about Buatsi beat Richards, that's one thing, which was a good, entertaining fight of its own, but Buatsi's the better fighter.
All right, round 6, scheduled for 12.
Good jab from Davis there, but again, that single shot. Do you know as well, when you've got a mover, you whack the chest. You're just trying to hit them off balance. When they change direction, just hit something. They're giving you the head, to miss so they can counter. They'll lean back, just a little lean back, or move the feet out of the way. You just whack where you can see.
Well, Mike, we saw last week Canelo Alvarez, his favorite target is now fighters' arms and shoulders.
But we saw that earlier on against Callum Smith, and we were talking about, how punches are scored and what is the correct target and the scoring target. But when Canelo hits the arms like that, and like he did against Callum Smith, then that is a viable scoring part of the target.
But also he does that to make you feel the power, put panic on you, just hit you anyway. You feel it. You know if you make a mistake, that's what's coming your way.
It's like to see a flurry from Kelly. Give us something. Give us, put your hands together, because you know it's there. You can do it with such ease.
I'd like to see a feint from Davis just before he goes. Keep those hands nice and tight, the elbows tucked in, do a little feint, and then just jump into an attack.
Well, even though he took the fight on short notice, Davis does not look like he's laboring in any way or out of shape at all. He seems to be right in the thick of it. He just can't get Kelly to slow down.
Sonny Edwards said he's somebody who is always in the gym, and he was scheduled to appear on a matchroom bill in Manchester at the end of October, in just over a month's time.
There's a right hand that scores for Davis. That's got to feel good.
Just switched his stance there, didn't he? And just blocked the escape route there for Kelly.
It's like that fly that bothers you your entire picnic, and no matter what you do, you can't ever hit him. And finally, Davis is starting to hit it.
Just hit Kelly on the turn there. Nothing serious, but there's some positive results coming out here for Davis.
Yeah, I like this. He's not getting greedy, he's not getting carried away, but the shots he's throwing, they're sharp, they're accurate, they're on point, targeting the chest, like you said, Barry.
So we head to round 7 here at Wembley.
That's his first round. Okay? He's going to get greedy now. He's going to get greedy. So every time there's space between you, make him pay. If he tries to, you know when there's that distance, if he tries to walk in it, listen, if he tries to walk into the distance with his hands there, if he's southpaw, blank him and go around him. If he's orthodox, blind him and go around him, okay? Start punishing him for the mistakes.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 7.
Do you guys think Davis has won a round yet?
Yeah, the last. I agree with Dalton Booth. I think he won the last round. But that's the first one I've given him,
So
actually.
a little bit of momentum. Caught him again.
So this could turn into the pivotal stage of the fight for Kelly. If Adam Booth is right and Davis won that last round, then it's for Kelly to wrest back the control. A pivotal stage in his career as well. We were talking about Joshua Buatsi. Likewise for him, these two were teammates on the Britain Olympic team in 2016 in Rio, and so much has been expected of both of them. But in the next 2 or 3 fights, the next 2 or 3 years, that will be how they are remembered, and that will be how they determine their legacy.
Kelly coming out in a more traditional boxing style this round.
Yeah, and they've just been forced back there. I preferred where he was positioned, looked far more threatening, holding the centre of the ring, always poised to throw a shot. Wasn't up on his toes, but yeah, see it again, trying to hold the centre, waiting for the jab of Davis to come out. Yet to find the counter though.
Nice little move there from Kelly, but I think it was blocked though by Davis. Just trying to manage the fight a bit better, isn't he now, Kelly? As you said, just not moving so much. Still wants to keep that mobility, but just taking a few more rests. And really, Davis not really jumping on Kelly for it. Once he slows his feet down, you know he's trying to set you up, but if you've got to walk him down. That's just time to quicken your feet.
I think this is something for Davis to move on when he's moving forward in the camp. Think about the pace, the rhythm, the work rate. Doesn't throw enough for me. You know, he's always composed, he's always relaxed, but sometimes you've got to take yourself out of that comfort zone to gain the victory, to hurt your opponent.
There's a counter left from Josh Kelly.
Yeah, that was a bit sloppy there from Davis. He took the jab, brought it back to the chest, and Kelly made him pay.
Kelly looks like he's constantly jumping rope. He just bounced around jumping rope.
But I tell you,
Boy, Davis's corner really liked that.
I don't think it was as good as they made out, but I think it was a good shot, though. A little left, short left hand there from Davis.
Well, it's a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. So you cheer when you can cheer. But you guys said if Davis is going to win this fight, it will be in the second half when Kelly starts to slow down, and maybe that's happening a little bit.
Good. Okay. Walk him down now with a bit more of a higher guard. All right.
Okay.
Make him throw first. Make him throw.
All right.
Take the first one, then go.
Am I winning or what?
It's close, but we need to start applying the pressure. Okay.
This is going to be stuff that you're working in.
Yeah. Yeah. This is your time now. We can't let it slip. This is your time in the fight now. We can't let it slip away.
This is
all
where
right.
we turn it really on.
He's got no confidence. It's over halfway.
Yeah.
All right.
Halfway put it around me.
Yeah, okay.
And it's not about power, it's not about effort, it's
Just
about getting there, making
just
it
finding
work.
that target, mate. Finding the target. Yeah. On the inside, you've got when you get there, we've got to make it pay. But don't be up tall. Sit in. I think I'm short. Yeah, yeah. Listen.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Let's go! See you over there.
Tyson Fury giving you the pre-fight pep talk. That probably gets your juices flowing, wouldn't it, Mike?
Oh, too true, too true. And this is a fascinating stage. As we were saying, this is the first time at middleweight for Josh Kelly. And we heard in the corner there, Davis being urged to press on now in this second half of the fight. And also interesting with Davis asking whether he was winning the fight at this stage.
I just want to see either of them fight to win. You know, show us a bit more. Don't be fearful of losing. Let your hands go.
But I think Kelly's, he's not going to be crowd pleasing, but he's doing the right thing. No, the onus is on Davis to close the gap. He's got to make it into a fight.
But isn't that the thing, Barry, coming into this fight? We were preaching that Josh Kelly gives you that crowd-pleasing style. He's doing the fancy footwork. He's taunting. He keeps his hands down by his waist. He's supposed to be that person.
But he needs that dance partner to force him into a fight. Otherwise, he's just going to not take any risks. Maybe he's felt the strength of the power of Davis, with the few shots he's been caught with, and thought, I don't need that. I can box it from range and not take any chances.
He took a good shot there, Kelly. There was I think it was a right hook landed high from Davis. And they're not a nice place to be here. He took it well, Kelly.
That was the first time I think Kelly's really held on. So some small signs that Davis is doing better.
But look, to the naked eye, you might not be able to see it that well, but there is more intent now from Davis. You can see he's aggressive on that front foot.
Oh, counter right from Davis.
Just on the chest there, we're on the Kelly.
Crowd beginning to fill up here at Wembley. 96,000 when it's all said and done. That'll be a record for this very historic site. Oh, and there's Kelly opening up a little bit. Nice 1-2.
He took him out there though, didn't he, Davis? Just took a little step back and regrouped. Nice lovely bit of footwork and lateral movement there from Josh Kelly. Again, Davis single shot, he lands with the shot. That left hand was there for him.
Ten seconds to go. That'll be a slip. They'll clean the gloves, they'll ring the bell, and that'll do it. Let's bring in Tony Bellew. What do you make of this contest so far, Tony?
You know what, champ? I think it's a really good fight. It's interesting, but at this current stage, Josh Kelly is winning at a canter. Ishmael Davies is lacking the sharpness that you know a full camp would bring you, but he's trying. I feel now he has to go to the body more. You know, he's head hunting and he's not getting close enough to Josh Kelly to land them big shots. If he goes the body, there's a chance he may be able to slow Josh Kelly down for the championship rounds in the fight from rounds 9 to 12. But at this kind of pace, Josh Kelly is not going to tire. He must attack the body, and he needs to cut that ring off and stop following Josh Kelly.
Sounds easy enough, Tony. What do you think, Darren?
No, he's right, because the success that Davis does have is to the body with the straight shots. I think he then can work back upstairs to sound advice.
So 4 rounds left for Davis to try and turn things around. Wind up uppercut to start the 9th here for Josh Kelly. And you know, it is fun when he stands there for like 10 seconds around and does this.
That's all I want to see. It's all I'm asking for, because when he does it, it's so classy to watch.
Well, Mike, you were listening to Alan Booth then, weren't you, Mike?
Yeah.
Was he saying be more aggressive a little bit?
And he was saying that uppercut is working well. And he's told him to go looking for that and to use his speed when he's in close in those exchanges.
Well, Ishmael Davis earned a promotional contract with Matchroom after beating Ewan McKenzie back in November 2023. Since scored a career-best 12-round unanimous decision against Troy Williamson. That's the one opponent they have in common, Mike. How did you feel they both dealt with Troy?
Well, I thought they were very different fights. Kelly outboxed Troy Williamson, and the fight against Davis was more competitive, but it was his first attempt at 12 rounds. And interestingly, we went to the corner after the first round, and Davis said, am I pacing it okay? He was concerned about his first 12-rounder. So when we talk about potentially Davis taking over here or pushing on in the second half of this fight, he's not a seasoned 12-round campaigner.
Look at the punches through 8 rounds. The numbers are closer than it feels like. Do you sense that, Barry? I thought Kelly would have a wider margin.
Yeah, it feels that way, doesn't it, to be honest, because I think all the quality is coming from him, and also I think the output at times. But when he does throw, he's very economical, Davis, but he waits for that clear shot, and he very rarely misses.
That was a nice jab to the body. Moved the feet out of range. Could have just planted him for a split second and then let the left hand go.
He's showing Kelly too much respect, isn't he?
I think so.
He's allowing too much time to do his work. And I know there's a danger that you walk on the shots. And it's ironic, see, because what's impressed us with Davis is methodical approach. He doesn't rush his work. Is what was the worry in this fight is that he takes too much time to go to work.
Almost knocked the mouthpiece out of Kelly's mouth, did Davis, with the left hook. Oh, there's some head movement from Davis.
Yeah, good defensive skills.
Pretty boy Davis.
See, that's where you got to try and make it pay. When Kelly throws that big sweeping left hook and misses, Kelly got in close, Davis got in close. That's when he just got to rattle off a combination.
Light heavyweight glory will be at stake on October 12th. Alter Bitterbiev and Dmitry Bivol put their world titles on the line in an effort to crown the division's best fighter. What a battle it's going to be, live on DAZN from the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. As part of Riyadh season, check your local listing.
Go twice with your feet, mate. All right? Twice with your feet.
Give him a minute of rest, even if you're not working. Make him work. He goes back. You can make him
Close
work
him down, yeah?
second.
Yeah, you got to take him through it now, mate.
But as you're stepping in range, close your guard.
Score, roll, go again. All right? Yep. Score, roll, and go again. Okay?
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn going in the corner there, saying no respect, Todd. Give it everything.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 10.
And again, Ish Davis taking this fight on short notice. All things considered, how would you rate his performance so far?
Yeah, I mean, he's done okay. He's stepped up the levels, but I think what Mike said, is a real valid point. He's not an experienced championship fighter, not a 12-round fighter, and taking a 12-rounder at late notice, you're just having a chance to get that fight management right in your camp. So it's going to be a bit more difficult for him. So he's done okay, but I think there's more to come. There's more of him. He could do a little bit more, I feel.
Well, you wonder if he saved some gas in the tank because he's never been in a 12-rounder like this, just in case he needed it, and he needs it as we enter round number 10.
But also, let's not forget, Josh Kelly's a slickster through and through, so he's difficult for anybody. Even if you prepare for him, he's difficult.
Davis does seem to be in great shape. Haven't seen him take any big breaths. I've never seen him look up at the clock.
No, and that's why I want to see if he responds to Eddie and the corner's instructions. Don't give him a second to breathe. Work, work, work.
But I would say two things. Being fit and conditioned are two different things. So you can be fit because you're always in the camp, but conditioned for a fight is sometimes that's a little bit more intense training. That's why they have these little camps that we never used to have years ago. But I mean, I think that's a big difference.
Yeah, at training camps, you get to certain stages of the camp, and he was still weeks away from his contest, wasn't he, Davis? So probably wasn't doing as many rounds of sparring as he would have liked to have been doing. So yeah, maybe reserving and holding back just in case he did blow a gasket. Ah, lovely straight left to the body.
There were some that felt every fight on this card might end by knockout. Our first fight went the distance, and this one's headed in the same direction unless one of these two athletes can give us something special.
Well, nothing that Kelly's thrown has worried Davis to this point, and vice versa, I would say, but Kelly's boxing lovely. I mean, it might not be crowd pleasing, but I think the movement's fantastic. The hand speed is still here, even in the 10th round.
Listen to me, Ishmael.
And it's his fight to lose, so you know whether he takes that risk or not, I'm not quite sure he will, or should. Let's be honest.
The one good thing about Kelly's performance so far is his left eye has not been damaged. He's dealt with so many cuts in fights. Right now, he still has the pretty face. Black Panther still just stalking his prey, trying to find that magic moment, but he's running low on time.
Good from Kelly there, just made Davis miss then.
It was a lovely shot. The right hand just slipped on the outside. Fired it straight through the middle of the southpaw stance of Davis.
Giving him opportunities. Don't give him any. Okay? Don't give him any opportunities. Remember, my round. Remember, you've got low output, so keep it clean. My round. Yes. But low output lets him steam at sometimes, right?
Ricky Hatton. There's only one, or so I've been told.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, there is. I'm sure this guy here could have filled this place. What a support he had. What a fighter. What a warrior, Barry.
You're only invited unless you can't come unless you fill the stadium.
I'm being told that's Claire Sweeney.
Yes.
Who's a famous actress here in the UK.
From Coronation Street fame. And Hatton had his own outdoor event at Manchester City Football Ground against Juan Lazcano as he was making his career comeback after losing to Floyd Mayweather.
I think Tony Bellew said it off the top of the broadcast. As far as electricity and noise, it's hard to top a Ricky Hatton crowd.
Yes. Though Josh Warrington has had a good go at that, let's be honest.
Firework.
Oh, good shot there from Kelly. Missed with the uppercut with the right hand with the same hand over the top.
There's counter right.
Yeah, he did that in the previous round. But there is blood now.
I jinxed him.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Josh.
Commentator's curse.
My apologies.
Yeah, but he threw that shot in the 10th round. A little slip to the outside, to his left, through the right, straight down the guard. Lovely shot from Kelly.
Oh, he's boxing beautiful right now, isn't he, Kelly?
Well, it's now or never for Ishmael Davis. If he has anything left, let it fly.
Dip your head to the left, throw that right hand over the top. Dip your knees, look, feint to go low to the body, and just whip it over the top. Kelly's left hand's low. If he falls for the feint, then you've hit him with a really big shot, and if he starts to panic, you could jump all over him.
Without a shadow of a doubt, literally, just going to say that. The tilt to the head,
You
the
say
cricket,
that, you
the
say
cricket
that, but will
ball
you-
bowl, right hand, straight over the top. You read my mind, Barry. You stole my line.
Not difficult, Darren, to be fair.
It's not a long read, is it, Barry?
I went inside there once, it was just...
An echo.
Yeah, look at the flow in Kelly's work. You got to stop this, Davis.
Well, we've got Warrington Kakache still to come. That one will be a hellraiser. This one, not so much.
But don't be shocked if Kelly and Kakachi's a little bit, not like this, but a little bit Matador Bull type. Maybe Kakachi can box on the move.
Oh, there's a right from Davis.
And go, and go. Step on the gas, Davis.
That was it. These are the moments.
That's a lovely little pivot there from Kelly. Puts himself right back in the centre and right back in a safe place. And the uppercut as well.
That was sharp. That was very, very quick.
Three minutes to go. And speaking of Warrington and Kakachi, they're getting loose in the back. What kind of fight do you think this is going to be?
I think it will catch a light quite early, if I'm honest. The big punching of the man on the right, Anto Kakachi, and the work rate, the know-how, the experience of Josh Warrington. I just feel it would gel an awful lot on the line. You know, a career defeat here could be extremely damaging, catastrophic even, Barry.
Yeah, I mean, we won't win in 5 fights. You tend to say, you know, all the forms with Kakachi. If Warren's got to roll back the years. He's the other guy who punches long. He likes to come forward, Warren, to be at the high guard. All those things bode well for him. But will the chin hold up?
How about that sunset peeking right through the opening here at Wembley Stadium as we are in the midst of a historic night.
Having a bit of an argument here, Kelly and Davis.
Listen, I'm not going to take a point off you. I'm just going to give you a warning. Enough of that. Do you understand?
Fighters never stay in the neutral corner. They just, they're an opposite magnet. Every time the referee turns his back, the fighter leaves the neutral corner.
And 97 years ago tomorrow, Jack Dempsey didn't go to the corner in the famous fight of the long count against Gene Tunney. Tunney was down and virtually out, and then got up to win on points.
There's only one Mike Costello, too, right?
Where did he pull that from?
Where did that come from?
Let's check that. I don't believe
I know, he made it up.
Right, kitchen sink time now for Ishmael Davis. Has to leave it all in the ring now. Let your hands go.
The thing is, it's easy to say you got to rush and go to this.
Whoa! That's a big moment. It's the one he's been waiting for, Ishmael Davis.
Huge right hand for Davis. He's took it well though, Kelly. His feet look fine. He's moving, doing the right thing, staying out of trouble.
And now Kelly's holding on like he's hugging his mom.
He almost went down there, didn't he? He almost took a lead there. Looked like not on purpose, but.
And again, the embrace from Kelly, who senses the danger.
And looks up at the screen to see what's on the clock in terms of the time.
And again, Davis with a right hand. And Josh Kelly now, a wounded warrior.
Incredible stuff from Davis. He needs to build on this. Doing the right thing, Kelly holding.
Kelly on Davis like Velcro right now.
Half the round still to go.
Good do there from Kelly, but you've got to keep those feet mobile, keep changing direction.
And another cut is opened up right on the bridge of the nose.
And when he creates space here, Davis just got to jog at him, literally.
Yeah.
Get on him quick. Good shot there from Davis, and again.
Is this going to be David Avanesian all over again?
This is Benedict Taylor's Chavez. It's such a one-sided fight.
Again, he looks up at the clock inside the final minute.
And Kelly gloves up, which he doesn't like to do, so you know he's in trouble. It's a survive and advance type of situation now for Kelly. Just stay away from the Black Panther.
Kelly's talking to Davis, but Davis got to ignore that. Davis got to use his hands right now.
30 seconds to go.
Josh Kelly. Catastrophe awaits him if Davis can catch him clean again. But the seconds are ticking away.
Doing all he can here, Davis.
And that will do it. A real scare for the pretty boy. An ugly 12th round, but he should get a wide decision win here at Wembley. But hey, that was a fun round.
Almost. Almost. We said he had to throw the kitchen sink at Josh Kelly, and he landed a huge shot. He was gone for the remainder of that round, but he done the right thing. He moved, he regrouped, he spoiled Davis.
I wonder, will Davis be wondering, had I gone earlier?
Absolutely.
Maybe that opportunity would have arisen in the 11th and I could have carried on through the 12th.
Big right. Oh, he didn't even catch him clean with that. That's not the shot, is it?
No, the left hook, the right hand of Kelly dropped. He landed a big left hook, and you can see doing anything he could here to survive. Drama at Wembley Stadium.
I think that, I was going to say that I thought Davis, even though he could have done more, could have done this, could have done that, he's a real tricky opponent. They notice he didn't do too bad and step in a couple of levels of opponents that he's used to.
Rihanna Dixon makes his first defense, makes the first defense of her WBO light world title against domestic rival Terry Harper in what promises to be an electric all-British matchup Saturday, September 28th, live worldwide on DAZN. Usually when someone takes a fight on short notice, guys, they start strong but then fade late. Davis started slow but closed strong.
He just saved some energy, didn't he, for a late finish. Like Mike said, I'm sure he'll kick himself there that he didn't start quicker, didn't get busier. Josh Kelly at times was in cruise control. He'll have to learn from this, I feel, Kelly.
Here's Thomas Triber with the numbers.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Kevin Parker scores it 114 to 114, even a draw.
Oh my.
Judge Mark Bates scores it 115 to 113. And Judge Victor Laughlin scores it 115 to 114. Both in favor of your winner by majority decision, Josh Pretty Boy